Working Class Beer Reviews is looking at Neon Beer Hug. Let's go ahead and give this a crack. Pour. Got my church key here. If anybody's watching that hasn't tried church keying their beers, even if you just drink it straight out of the can, it makes a difference. It does make a difference in the pour. I've got a brandy snifter here. Give it a nice pour. This holds quite a bit. I'm not going to fill it all the way up. So, hopefully you can see all this. Neon Beer Hug is a Goose Island Beer Company product. Goose Island, it says on the can, born in Chicago, 1988. That's when the Goose Island Beer Company had started. You might know them from their Honkers Ale, their 312 Urban Wheat, and also they have an IPA that's really popular. But this is a newer offering. They've, in a few years back, don't remember which year, they were acquired by Anheuser-Busch InBev, and so their distribution and their catalog has expanded since then. 7% alcohol. They do make it like a 9.9% alcohol. I'm pretty sure this is in direct competition to the New Belgium Voodoo Ranger series, because they have different offerings. This is was a 19.2 ounce can. I can't see it here. Yeah, 19.2. Some people call them a stovepipe can. If you go to the Goose Island website and look up Neon Beer Hug or Beer Hug, it says 10,000 volts of flavor, shockingly easy drinking 7% ABV IPA with an electric bouquet of tropical citrus flavors, Nugget, Sultana, Citra, Mosaic, and Eureka hops provide the spark that makes the Neon Beer Hug shine. So instead of it's got a bear on the can, so it's kind of play on words. Instead of like a bear hug, it's a beer hug. It's supposed to hug you. So yeah, it gives you the hops. Flavor is an electric bouquet of tropical and citrus flavor. It doesn't give the malts. It doesn't give the IBUs. Let me look on the can here. Huh. You would think for an IPA, the big company like that, they would easily just give you the IBUs. It is a nationwide available product. The head's not sticking around, but maybe that's such a wide brim glass. If it was in a narrow glass, maybe it would do better, like a tulip glass. That's normally what I do IPAs, and I don't know, it's such a big can, I just wanted to do it in a brandy snifter. It says it comes in 6-pack cans of 12 ounce servings and 19.2. And then you got your half barrels or your half kegs, and then 1/6 barrels, which I did a research on what a 6-barrel keg is, and that is 5.2 gallons, about 41 pints. So that's something probably you could buy if you had like a kegerator at home and you didn't want to spend the money on a half keg or something like that, and you could drink it in time before it spoils. That would be something you could do. So, yeah, there's a 9 point, tropical. So this is a neon, that's a 7. The tropical is a 9.9. So I'll see if I can't get my hands on one of those. I bought this at Discount Liquor in Sedalia on 50 Highway. There's 2 locations, one on 65 and one on 50. And they got a decent selection of different IPAs and stuff. They've got some of the different Voodoo Rangers in their stovepipe cans. So what do we got here? Well, you got a bit of a mildly hazy, darker golden, not like copper or anything like that. It's just a medium golden with a white head. It's pretty thin, but like I said, that's mainly due to the glassware. And yeah, you can see some hazy, nothing big like chunks per se, but a lot of sediment floating around in there. So yeah, it's pretty standard for, this would be a stronger IPA. might be considered a double at 7%. Yeah, definitely a double. The 9.9, that's some of those are called like imperial. Let's give it a smell. Um, Definitely like a citrus. I guess you could say tropical, like pine, almost like a pineapple-y. Maybe like a papaya or a mango. You get a little bit of the graininess in there, the body. You can smell like you can tell it's got some body to it just even by the aroma. That's the one thing about these brandy snifters. Never underestimate the ability to be able to pull aromas out with these things. It's pretty awesome. Maybe the head retention's not great, but yeah, the aroma is definitely there. So it's a good aroma. Definitely, I would give it a high high praise for aroma. So and you know the color's pretty standard, but it's good. Let's give it a taste. It's not overly bitter. Um, yeah, it's definitely not like a full body, um, medium body, kind of a wet finish, not necessarily a dry finish. The flavor clings and sticks around a little bit, so if you like the flavor of it and you don't want it to wash away real quick, you'll uh, you'll definitely get that. I mean, it's a neat marketing thing with the bear and stuff like that. So if you're an IPA guy, and I don't see this in six packs in my area. This is the only way I've seen it so far. Um, so yeah, just these 19.2 ounce cans. Like I said, you can get it's stacked right next to the Voodoo Ranger, so it kind of seems like it's going head to head with that. It's good. I mean, I guess I'd have to do it a side by side with the 7% Voodoo Ranger to see if it stacks how it stacks up against it. But it may not need to stack up. Maybe it's in on its own right, on its own merit. It's good. It doesn't need to be compared to anything. You got some carbonation, so it does have that. Let's take another sip. You can tell that it's 7% based off the fuller body. It's not thin by any stretch of the imagination. You know, so you kind of can feel it. I'm not saying it's like it's boozy or anything like that, or you know, you can it like hits you real quick or anything, but you can tell that it's got some heft to it, so it's not something you want to just slam real fast. This is a good sipper. This is something you want to kind of just take your time and enjoy, and just kind of you know swish it around a little bit. That way you could probably get all the different notes. I mean that's what some people kind of like you do with wine. Yeah, you could, but then you get the carbonation build up, which isn't bad. You get kind of a caramely when you do that. Yeah, you definitely when you do that, you definitely get more of the barley flavor when you switch it around like that. Might try that. So yeah, definitely a hop forward beer, but not like overly bitter. It's definitely a lot more of the fruity type hops. It's not like the real bitter grassy. Um, yeah, definitely like it does say tropical and citrus flavors. So it says electric bouquet. I get that. And I was, you know, I think I would say that even if I didn't read the description. Definitely like the tropical and citrus type hops. So it's really good. Um, I will admit that I've actually had this before, and I've had the tropical beer hug. I keep now it's a suggestion. I want to say bear. It's not bear. It's beer hug. And so that's fun. But yeah, if you've more than likely you'll see this like at gas stations, at your local liquor store. This is probably, I mean, you may it larger grocery chains that have a good beer selection may have this, like at a Hy-Vee or Gerbs or something like that. But the local grocery stores in my area do not carry this in the cabinet with all the tall cans. But some of the gas stations and liquor stores actually do. So the Anheuser-Busch distributor here in town is the one that has this. I've always been a fan of Goose Island. I remember trying the Honkers Ale. I know I've done some reviews, at least on one or two, at least one, but maybe two different Goose Island beers. I'll have to go back in my catalog and look, and I'll see if I can't buy. I'll find the Tropical Beer Hug and give it a go, because I need to keep this ball rolling. Need to expand my catalog some more. So if you guys have had this before, let me know in the comments your experience with it. If it's available on draft, I'm kind of curious if anybody's ever seen this on draft, because I'm sure towards the St. Louis, Chicago area where this stuff is based out of, you're more likely to see it in that area. But you never know, because they have a wide distribution, all over the place. You can see it anywhere, honestly. So let me know of your experience and how you find it, and if you buy it on a regular basis. Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. So thanks for watching this video, and I will see you guys later.